Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video on the how to make an arm wrestle simulator game series. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a better punching bag, and we're also going to get started on the egg system. So if I go ahead and open the egg right now, this is the egg animation that we're going to have. Before this video starts, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of my project files, including the one you're watching right now, they will all be available on my Patreon in the $10 tier. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to enter our punch client script, and we're gonna scroll down to where it says remote colon wait for child shake a bag, and in here I deleted everything that was in here, and I'll show you why. I didn't like the way it looked, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it go to the opposite direction that the player is facing. So what I'm gonna do is create a CFrame variable. So CFrame is going to be, and it's going to be the player's character. So local character equals player dot character or player dot character added colon wait. I'm gonna do if character equals nil, then we're just going to return. Now in here, what we're gonna do is we'll just do character dot humanoid root part dot CFrame dot look vector. Actually, sorry, what we need to do before this is do bag dot primary part. Is it a model? I'm just going to double check real quick, and yes, it is a model. Dot CFrame, and we'll multiply that. We're gonna add because the look vector is obviously a vector, we're gonna do plus, not multiply, and we're gonna multiply the vector by something like 3. And then we're gonna do the tween. So tweenService colon create, and we're gonna do bag.primaryPart, comma, and I'm going to do TweenInfo.new 0.5, comma, Enum.EasingStyle. Maybe quart, or maybe quart, comma, Enum.EasingDirection.Out, and repeat count is going to be 0 and reverse will be true. And then we want to set the CFrame to CFrame. Make sure to type CFrame like this with a lowercase c, and then we're just going to play the tween by adding a colon play here. Now if we play the game and test this out, we'll see if it works. I've been experiencing this studio bug recently where it takes forever to load, and my game's just any Roblox game that I play just does not work and lags like crazy, like 3 FPS. But we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. Okay, so we have the punch tool. I also improved the punch animation a little, if you can call that improvement. Okay, so we're gonna punch this and it goes back. Now I do not like the way the is installed, so I'm going to change it to sine, and I want to change this to point 0.1. Maybe that'll make it look better. I'll just pause till the game loads. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, it's probably a little too much, so it goes back too much, and as you can see now, it actually goes the direction the player is facing. And I want to change this to something like 1, or maybe just 1.3. Yeah, I think this looks a lot better than what we had before. It actually looks like we're punching the bag right now. Yeah, so now we need to work on the egg system, the server side. So what I'm going to do is go to the egg server script here. Okay, so we'll first of all choose the random pet. So we're just going to do local chosen pet, and it's going to be equal to module.choosepet, and it's going to take the egg name, of course, so v.name. Now if we just double check that the egg names are the names of the pets, okay, that's a good thing. Let's also check the here, I want to check this. Okay, that's good. Now I just want to print chosen pet and see what happens. Okay, so it works. It does choose a random pet. Now we need to actually do something with the data that we will send to the client. So first of all, what we want to do is just copy this line of code right here. I'm going to do minus equal and eggData.price. Now, what we need to do next is then we get the chosen pet. Sorry, I deleted that. Local chosen pet equals module dot choose pet, and of course it will take the egg name, so v.name. And now we're just going to have to fire a remote event. So I'm going to go to remotes, and I'm going to add to duplicate this remote event, and I'm going to call this open egg or hatch egg. And I'm going to do remotes dot hatch egg colon fire client, and that's just going to take the player. Okay, now what we need to do is to actually check if the player isn't currently hatching a pet. So we're gonna have an empty table right here, and we're gonna do local actually I have a better idea. Instead of doing that, we can just disable the proximity prompt. We're gonna send the player the chosen pet and the egg name, so v.name. Okay, now we're gonna go back here, and in the egg setup script, actually we're not gonna do anything in the egg setup script. We're gonna add a module script right here, and in here we're gonna call this egg animations. And in here we're gonna need to get a couple of services. So the first one is going to be replicated storage equals game get service replicated storage, and okay, replicated storage and local tweenService equals game get service tweenService, and then we need run service, so local run service equals game get service run service. Now we need to get the player service, so local players equals game get service players. Now we need to get the actual player, which is going to be players.local player, and then we're gonna need to get the module 3g right here. Actually, we don't really need to use that right now. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the egg server script, and in here we'll also send the proximity prompt. So v.proximity, never mind, we don't need to do that, sorry. We're gonna go back to the egg setup here, and we're gonna do remotes. Okay, we don't have a reference to that, so we're gonna go up here. We're gonna do remotes, local remotes equals replicated storage colon for child remotes. Let me just spell this correctly. Now we're gonna scroll down here, and we're gonna do remotes colon wait for child hatch egg dot on client event colon connect function, and that's of course going to take the chosen pet, the egg name, and then it will also take actually we'll only take these two, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, okay, so what we need to do now is require this egg animations module. So local egg animations equals require script.parent script.parent comment for child modules comment for child egg animations. Now down here we're going to call the egg animations dot and we need to go back here, and we're going to create a couple of functions. So function module dot hatch egg, and that will also take the chosen pet and the egg itself. And I'm going to go back here, and we're going to do dot choose dot hatch egg, and that's going to take the chosen pet and the egg name, the egg itself. So local egg equals replicated storage, actually workspace or eggs, I think, eggs folder, colon find first child egg name, and in here we're just going to find egg, and we're also going to do if egg equals nil, then we're just going to return. Okay, so after doing this, we're gonna go back to the egg animation script, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna first of all get the camera, which is going to be workspace.current camera, and then we need to lock the camera. So camera dot camera type equals enum dot camera type dot scriptable. Now we're gonna have a variable in here called is hatching. So module.isHatching equals false. And what I'm going to do is module here, module.isHatching equals true. And in here, what I want to do is do egg.proximity prompt. Let's just double check if we have okay, proximity prompt part dot proximity prompt dot enabled equals false. Okay, so now that we've locked the player's camera and we've disabled the proximity prompt, we can actually start displaying the egg in front of the player. So local egg model is going to be equal to egg clone. And what we're gonna do is make sure to remove a couple of things. So we're gonna get rid of proximity prompt part. So eggModel.proximity prompt part destroy. And actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to we're going to destroy that. And let me show you something. So if your egg has more than one part in it, let's say for example it also has this part, what you're going to do is you're going to add a weld constraint to the egg mesh itself, and we're gonna set part 0 to the egg mesh and part 2 to the billboard GUI location, and make sure that the second part is not anchored and that can collide is unchecked. Okay, so that's how you do it, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to put that back. And now we're going to go back to the egg animations. So for now, what I want to do is also destroy the billboard egg model. So not egg model dot billboard GUI location destroy. And after destroying both of these things, what we want to do is just egg model pivot to, and we're just going to do camera.CFrame. I'm going to multiply that by CFrame.new 0, 0, and we're gonna do maybe something like minus 5 studs and see how that looks. And we're also going to make sure that the egg model's parent is going to be the camera itself. Now I want to test this out and see if it works. Okay, so it works, but as you can see, we do not really want these the billboard shot to display, and it's too close to the camera. So here's what we're gonna do. We will first of all make this to like a minus 8, or maybe even more. I think, but I think that's okay. And we're gonna go back here to the eggs setup, and in here we're gonna do we're gonna check. Okay, let me check something. Okay, I think I know what we need to do. Okay, in here we're gonna add and not egg animations dot is hatching, and then you can play the game now. And I think this should work. Okay, so it works. It does close the billboard when you are hatching a pet. Now, one thing that we need to remove is the shadow from the egg. So the way we're gonna do that is by first of all, let's do it before this. So local function disable shadows, and local function disable collisions, and both of these will take a model. And we're gonna go here, and for underscore comma v in model get descendants do, if v is a base part, then we're gonna do v dot cast shadow equals false. I think that's what it's called, cast shadow. Yes. Okay, now we're gonna copy this, and we're just going to change this to can collide, and we're just going to call these functions. So disable shadows and egg model, and then we just need to call the um, disable collisions egg model. Okay, so now that we have this, we need to make the egg shake. So we want to have around 4 tweens, and the first one is going to move it to the right, and the second one will move it to the left, and we're just going to redo that. So first of all, local egg offset. We're gonna do that here. Local egg offset from camera equals, or local z offset from camera, local egg z offset from camera is going to be -8. And in here, we're gonna do minus egg z offset from camera. Okay, so now we need to do what I said. So tweenService, colon create. Okay, let's just call this local rotation tween 1 equals tweenService, colon create. We're gonna do the egg, so egg.PrimaryPart. And let's make sure the primary part is set to the egg mesh. Yes, it is. Okay, so TweenInfo.new, and I want it to take around 0.4 seconds, and Enum.EasingStyle.Elastic, and maybe 0.6 seconds. And comma Enum.EasingDirection.Out, and now we need to set the CFrame, and it's going to be equal to camera.CFrame. We're going to multiply that by CFrame.new, and 0, 0, egg offset from camera. I'm going to multiply that by CFrame.Angles, and I think we need to rotate it on the X. No, it's the Z. Let's just double check. Show orientation indicator. Where is it? And yep, it's the Z. We're just going to do that. So we're gonna go back to the egg animations, and okay, one thing that I really want to do is just not have this whole entire thing written in each and every tween. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to do local egg center CFrame equals, and we're just going to copy this egg center CFrame. Now in here we're gonna do egg center CFrame. eggCenterCFrame. We're gonna multiply that by CFrame.new.angles 0, 0, and math.rad, and let's just do 30 on the Z. Okay, so I'm going to do another tween, so just put that in local rotation tween 2, and this one actually we need a rotation tween 2. We'll just put it to the center. It's just going to reset it. And now we need a rotation tween 3, and the rotation tween 3 is what's going to move it to the left, so we're just going to make it negative math.rad. Now I want to play all these tweens, so rotation tween 1 colon play, rotation tween 1 dot completed colon wait, rotation tween 2 colon play, and rotation tween 2 dot completed colon wait, and now rotation tween 3 colon play. And we can also have rotation tween 4, which is going to be the exact same thing as rotation tween 2. It just puts it back to the center. And rotation tween 3 completed colon wait, and rotation tween 3 colon play. Rotation tween 4 colon play. Okay, I want to see how that looks. I'm gonna have to pause and wait like 30 seconds again. Okay, here we are in the game, and I'm just going to open this, and nothing happens. Cast shadow is not a valid member of eggmesh. Oh, it's cast shadow, not cast shadows. We're just gonna have to play that again. Okay, we're gonna try it out again. Close the output, and we're just going to open this, and we got another problem again. Okay, I think it was happening because this was a minus egg offset from camera. So if you just remove that and just let it be egg offset from camera, I think it should work. Okay, moment of truth. Let's close this and okay. So as you can see, we have a little problem where it opened it twice. I think that's what's happening. Oh, okay. So this should be eggModel.PrimaryPart, not egg.PrimaryPart. And if you play the game now, I think it should work. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, so it does work, it does rotate. You can mess around with the easing styles, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm just going to first of all make these uh, last tweens slower, as well as these. And now what I want to do is I think I want to shrink the egg and grow it back very fast, and then display the pet. So I'm going to try doing that, and the way we're gonna do that is by using Roblox's new scale property. Now this property is a read only. It can only actually you can use it. It's not really read only. You can use it, but you need to use a certain function for it, and you can't really tween it. So the workaround for this is this. So I'm going to have a function, and it's going to be called local function create scale value, and it will take the model. And what we're gonna do is local connection uh, and local number value equals instance.new number value. No, not number pose, number value, and number value dot name. Want to set that to something like scale value, and number value dot value is going to be 1 by default, and number value dot parent equals model. And what we're going to do is connection. We're going to do connection. I'm going to set that to number value dot changed colon connect function, and that's going to take another value, and we're just going to do model colon scale. I think it's scale 2 colon scale 2, and we're just going to set it to its new value, and here we're just going to return the number value and the connection. Okay, so now we're going to do local scale equals create scale value, and we're just going to send the egg model. Okay, now local size tween equals tweenService. Let's just call it size tween1 equals tweenService colon create, and we're just going to do egg model, and we're going to actually no, it's going to be I'm sorry. First of all, this should be scale comma connection, and we're gonna do scale comma and TweenInfo.new something like 0.3 comma Enum.EasingStyle.Sign comma Enum.EasingDirection.Out comma, and we're gonna set the value to 0.3 or 2. Let's just check how it's going to look. It's going to look like this. Okay, that's good. And in here, we're gonna do rotation tween 4 dot completed colon wait, and we're gonna play size tween 1 colon play. Now we're gonna have size tween 2. Size tween 2 is going to be the same thing, but the scale is going to be something like 3. And we're gonna do size tween 1 dot completed colon wait, and size tween 2 colon play. Okay, I'm going to play the game and see how that looks. Okay, I'm just going to open this, and it shakes, and then it scales down and up. Now I hate the way it's tweens, so I'm going to mess around with these settings, and I'll show you the final settings at the end. Okay, so before I do that, I have decided to um, clean up this mess of tweens. So we're gonna do local rotation tweens or local list of tweens equals, or maybe just tweens equals, and we're gonna have the first one like this, then the second one, then the third one, and just do this to all of your tweens until you put all of them in this table. Now we need to play these tweens in order without doing all of this. So for I comma v in tweens do, and we're just going to do v colon play and v dot completed colon wait, and that's pretty much everything we need to do. Now I'm going to add a lot more tweens, and I'll show you what I'm gonna end up with. Okay, so this might look a little weird, but I'll leave the link to this. I'll leave this piece of code in the description because it's pretty painful to write. But this is what I ended up doing. So I just have a list of tweens, of the rotation tweens, and I just play it, and I wait the wait time minus 0.5, and if it's the last tween, then we let it complete, and yeah, then we just play these size tweens, and I'll show you how this looks. Okay, so here is how it looks. I'm just going to hatch this. Let me check if I'm recording. Yes. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty good. And what I want to do now is add a transparency tween. So what I'm going to do is for I comma v. So for I comma for underscore comma v in eggModel colon get this sentence do, and we're just going to check if v colon is a base part. Then what we do is tween service. Oh, I can type tween service colon create v comma TweenInfo.new 0.2 and Enum.EasingStyle. We don't need to do that. We'll just set the transparency to 1, and we're just going to play that. Okay, so now I'm just going to play the game and show you how this is going to work. Actually, before I do that, we need to destroy the entire egg model. So in here, we're just going to add a task.wait 0.2, and we're just going to do egg model colon destroy. Then we can play the game. Okay, so I'll show you how this looks now. I'm just going to open one egg, and this is the end result. So in the next video, we're gonna cover how to display the pet and how to not make the player walk, and maybe we'll get started on the inventory. Okay, so if you guys found this helpful, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!